Right, here we are with our third tip in our top 5 tips on how to get an ultimate home cinema. This one's a really interesting one and one that's a little bit left of centre, so bear with me on this. Tip number 3 is you do not want a commercial cinema at home. Let me say that again. You do not want a commercial cinema at home. No, I haven't gone crazy and I'm not off my rocker or anything like that. There's a very valid reason for not wanting this, and I'm going to reference CEDIA, which is one of our major industry standards and groups that exists out there. And they talk about the home cinema experience being more than what a commercial cinema experience is. They talk about facets such as your total experience in a commercial cinema, which is dealing with hundreds of different people that you don't know, or the noise, the sticky floors. In a lot of cases, things that get worn out over time. They talk about the kind of product that's used in there and how it's sort of different. And we agree with them a lot. We've done a lot of research on this and believe that taking a commercial cinema environment and putting it at home is not going to get you an ultimate home cinema. So what we look at is, how do you make the home cinema a better experience? And every professional home cinema provider should be doing that and looking at how to make it better than a commercial cinema experience, regardless of your budget. Your environment at home is very, very different to your environment in the commercial land. There are some things that you need to cross over, which are standards which you can find in THX standards and Dolby Digital standards and DTS standards and all the companies that sort of make these standards, which they do employ in cinema. But they're meant to be employed across both facets. But where a lot of it differs is the priorities of what you have. So in a commercial cinema, a lot of their priorities are based on profit. Obviously, they're an entity to make profit. So their main factors are getting as many people into a room as they can, which is often called packs, same as what airliners do, and maximising the number of people they can fit into a room. Or if they're going to give you a little bit more space, like an airliner does between economy and business class, is to charge you more for that. Their other focus is on return on investment, and their return on investment comes into their products. So they get the manufacturers to make products that are extremely robust, that will last 365 days a year, often playing or being used for 14 plus hours a day, and be able to survive that year after year. The longer they can survive, the better their ROI is. Now, for you at home, that's a little bit different. Your ROI at home is about your dedicated room becoming extremely experience orientated. Where the philosophies come and cross over is a commercial cinema and what you're talking about when you want a commercial cinema at home. The main things you want from it obviously come from having a big screen, having awesome sound, and having a dedicated room. That's basically what is being spoken about. You don't want everything else that's in there. You don't want to have the hundreds of people there. Now, some people do like going to the cinema, obviously. It's an outing. It can be a family outing. You can do other things, like go out for dinner before and so forth. And some people call that the commercial cinema experience and part of it, and it is. And some people like being in a room full of hundreds of strangers and, enjoying something common on the screen. And that can have its benefits as well. But it's not the sort of thing you're going to do every day, whereas your home cinema can be. The things about your home cinema, and exactly what CEDIA says as well, is that, and they use a term what they call real cinema as well, as a reference to commercial cinema at home, is that you can actually achieve better than a commercial cinema at home, irrespective of your budget, if it's designed and planned right. You take the philosophies from the commercial cinema experience that everyone wants, big screen, big sound, dedicated room, but then you can take it further. You can use products with more finesse. Some of the manufacturers that make products in cinemas actually take their products from cinemas and modify them for that exact environment. They know that there are different requirements for a commercial cinema to a home cinema, so they adjust their product accordingly. Some do it very, very well. But overall, the approach that you want to take to that is to achieve better than. You can do a themed room, you can create more aspects in the room. You can actually achieve, and this is the thing that a lot of people won't tell you, you can actually achieve a better image, better sound, better comfort, better environment in your home. You can still have that popcorn smell. A lot of people do it. They get their little popcorn machines or their cinema light popcorn machines and put them in there. but you've also got more other aspects to it. The important part about this is that you need to talk to someone who understands the differences between commercial and home cinema and can employ the aspects of commercial cinema into a home cinema correctly, but then take that beyond. And that's our tip, our third tip in our top 5 tips to get an ultimate home cinema. Hope you're enjoying our tips. Hope they're giving you some really good help. For more information, please contact us at www.dreamav.com.au.